Alright guys, this came from the Doja concert. It was dope. Welcome to the vlog. I haven't vlogged in a long time, but I'm here. And welcome back. Hey guys, so AjaniMedia is officially underway. And for those of you who don't know what AjaniMedia is, it's my own creation, my own company that does content marketing for musicians specifically. So I launched this project not too long ago, and I've done videos about it. And now we're going through the process. We're already producing events, we're already creating content. So I got a new partner, Livingstone, and he's going to help me produce content for the company. So we are in the very, very beginning. We are growing. We are looking for new clients. However, I want to showcase the discussions behind the scenes that go on. So here's a recent conversation, a recent meeting that I had with Livingstone last week, and here it goes. Content is needed. Like I can guarantee you, you can go to almost every artist, they need somebody to do content. Yeah. So in the broader perspective, when I look at, let's say, Latin music, this is like the capital for Latin music, for example. I guess, you know? Yeah. So, well, I see the trends are growing. Latin music is becoming more prominent. Like
yeah, it's definitely more mainstream than what it was back in the day. I think it all started, honestly, with like the whole reggaeton movement and Daddy Yankee and Tego Calderón and artists like that. That eventually they started playing at clubs.
Well, and I think it goes deeper than that. It goes into the demographic changes.
It does, but I'm saying that it all has a root, you know? And I'm glad that it eventually started somewhere. Right. Because if you look at the song Daddy Yankee Gasolina, I mean, who doesn't know that song? Right. You know, when I was in Tallahassee, they would play that song at Coliseum, and if you go there, it's like mostly it's white people, you know, but everybody knew the song, and it come up, and like everyone would go crazy. And you know, like moments like that do make me happy, because like you really do get to see the impact that the Hispanic culture has had all over the world. Right. You know, and you have artists now like Bad Bunny. Like, who doesn't know Bad Bunny? You know what I mean?
So yeah, so I mean, like when I look at these trends, like for example, right now most of the songs, the top 10 songs, like 8 out of 10 of them are Spanish. Freaking crazy, right? You look at, I went on Spotify last week, like it was either Spanish songs or the songs had Latin artists, like 5 or 6 out of the 10 top streaming songs on Spotify, Spanish. I'm like, okay.
Remember at one point, what song, if you look back, there was this one song that everybody knows.
Despacito.
Despacito.
So
exactly, and I love that you right then and there you knew the answer, because if you went to Spotify, on the top 10 artists in the world, most streamed on Spotify, and 2 of them were on the song, Daddy Yankee and Alejandro Sanz. And then that song really like freaking blew up. Mind you, it has like billions of views on YouTube, right, which is like a feat in its own. And yeah, that became a fucking viral sensation.
So I say that because like we're in freaking Miami, right? And you know, this is a center of where Latin music comes
Latin
through.
Culture, melting pot.
So I'm like, there's a lack of content, Spanish content on the internet. The demand outweighs the supply. There's a lot less competition.
but there's a lot of opportunities. So, I mean, and we're in the epicenter of it. Like, come on, man. So, my main goal is to build a foundation in that. I also want to go out to LA, but it would be good to have that foundation. I think it'd be easier to have a foundation here, start a foundation here, and then set up a shop in LA. I'm not going to be in LA full time, but have that foundation, and then look. I mean, if we can get a couple big names and go to LA, it opens up the doors.
And it really does, and you do have to think of it from every perspective, you know, because while we are starting in Miami, why not take that jump, and why not expand? You say LA, I say great, because I feel like that presence is much needed in LA, because in itself it is a Latin city too, and it's just as much of a melting pot as Miami is. And so I feel like, you know, they deserve that as well, and that impact that it's had here, I'm pretty sure that it would have an impact over there as well. Because not many artists or reggaeton artists you see making videos or shooting over there in LA, mostly everything is done here. You know, every big artist from Enrique Iglesias to
there's a lot of videos shot in LA though.
To Ricky Martin, who hasn't done, you know, work here?
Who hasn't worked in LA? LA is a big market.
Yeah, it is a big market, but not so much Spanish how as much as it is here.
Right, of course, like because this is a crossroad from Latin America. This is like the bridge. This is like the gateway from Latin America into the United States.
No, definitely. That's where you look at for example, majority now of my Uber drivers are Venezuelan. So
right, and but this is why I'm starting to create content in Spanish. Because for my personal brand, also I want to capture like the Spanish market, because honestly there's a lack of like what I'm doing right now, or what I'm working to accomplish. There's a lot of people who are doing it in this English, but when we're talking about Latin America, there's a lack of it. If I can capture a good portion of the market with no competition or little competition, and you have to remember the reason why some of this is because of, you know, the economy, the resources, the information technology that drives content, and you know most of that technology is made in the developed world, and then it trickles down to the rest of the world.
You know, with the content that you produce and the content that you create, you want to be different. You don't want to be like everyone else. You know, because I, for example, I always told myself that I would never be a robot to society. I left school wanting to go to school, but not really wanting to do it. You know, I didn't want to be held back, and I've always wanted to be different, wanted to be free-spirited, free-minded, just, you know, be myself. And at the end of the day, like, I want to live doing what I love to do. And I feel like it's very important, and I feel like sadly people nowadays, especially with what they want to pursue, they give up too easily. You know, you can't really give up until you've exhausted all your options, because people don't really think like that. You know, they do one thing and then they realize, okay, I fucking suck, and right then and there they give up. You know, like, there's so many things you could do, like if you're not good at being, for example, a quarterback, be a wide receiver, or, you know, whatever. Like, even in sports, you know, everyone has a role, but you have to find it, you know, in what you want to do. So yeah, for us, it's finding our ground and finding where we're gonna make our our carbon footprint, our landmark. Because I would want for us to do that. Because
Right.
it's very important that people hear our message. That I know we're gonna deliver with what we do. Because it's more than just um, getting into the field, but more so instilling and inspiring others to do the same. And at least that's where I'm coming in all this. You know? Yeah.
All right, guys. So one thing I've learned about business in general, especially building AjaniMedia, and since we are fresh off the boat, we are in the midst of building something great. We have a lot of great ideas, and we've worked on executing our ideas. But one thing that is clear, not everybody is going to respect you. And I'm not going to go into the details, but those are recent occurrences we've had with AjaniMedia, And the thing about it is, when I don't see it, maybe because of my naivety or maybe because of my lack of experience in certain aspects of business, and then I go to somebody who is more experienced and they tell you, like, hey, they've been stealing your intellectual capital and you should be getting paid for your marketing, or it's just a building process. The best thing you could do is to build a solid team. That is something I'm now starting to realize and understand, that you have to have control of your dreams and aspirations, and you have to have people who you can trust around you. I learned as a business person, I have to be more stern, and I have to bring out that quality that I have within me. And I have to be about business. This is not easy, but I'm showcasing this. This is part of the journey. This is part of the journey of me fulfilling my dreams. This is a part of the journey fulfilling my aspirations. This is a part of the journey of me executing. And that's how it is. We, all of us have to learn. We have to stumble through business, but at the end of the day, that's what it takes for me to become a great business person and entrepreneur. Then so be it, and we just got to work hard. We just have to tell our story. We just have to showcase, brand, market ourselves, and that's it.